Hello, motorcycle fans across the globe. I know we did a video recently about the Ninja H2, the street version of the Ninja H2R, and a lot of comments about the exhaust. Look at those cans, man. They're massive. You know, some of you people said you don't like it. It's too big. Blah blah blah. Other people were like, hey man, any bike you get, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna change the pipes, man. You're gonna go put some aftermarket pipes on there. So there's a stock exhaust on the bike there. 3 into 1 into 1, or is it two? I think it's two in the back. But anyway, who the hell really cares? I would like to show you something. So you're watching Your Fast Life, all about motorcycles. My car videos have moved here to Your Fast Life car channel. Subscribe if you're into cars. If you're not, do not subscribe there. I'm also on Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram. Lots of cool photos there. You can track like when I go to the bike shows and things like that. And I don't want to depend on YouTube for being able to stay in touch with you guys because YouTube is a little bit funky. Anyway, so let's go to the website here to take a look at the exhaust. So just 1 second. Just want to show off my wallpaper there, the most awesome wallpaper in the world. It's available for $19.99 from the Carlisle's Picks store. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so here we go. So we're on the Akrapovic website, and they've got tons of exhaust for all kinds of bikes. You can go in there and choose Kawasaki. You can choose your model. So there you see Ninja H2. And there it is, the Kawasaki Ninja H2 exhaust. SK10SO15-HHX2. C as in Charlie. Slip-on line carbon. So it's a carbon fiber exhaust. Oh, look at this exhaust. Oh, it's so sexy. I just want to hold. Okay, that's really, really weird and just, okay. We're not going to do that. So here's the exhaust. We can look at it from different angles. So the Akrapovic says this new slip-on exhaust is lightweight carbon fiber titanium to give this innovative design a noticeable weight saving with stunning exhaust, which is perfectly matched to the contours of the high-performance Kawasaki Ninja H2. They're saying it makes the most of the Kawasaki Ninja H2's power. It's supposed to give you more power, optimal performance, carbon fiber bracket, and easy-to-follow mounting manual. This plug-and-play system needs no remapping or other parts to make the Kawasaki Ninja H2 an even greater machine. Or so says Akrapovic. Akrapovic. How do you pronounce that? Anyway, let me see what the comments that you guys are making so far. I'm sure there are probably some nasty comments from some of you guys. I don't like black exhaust. It should be silver. So Chris Carter says the pipe fits the bike nicely. The only problem, come on, refreshing while I'm reading. The only problem is the power side and that it's hooked up to a CAT converter. Let's take a look at some other views. There's another view. It's got an interesting kind of alien look to it. I'm thinking, here's the back view. And I'm told that this is actually not a totally new thing for them. This is actually based off of an exhaust system that they created quite some time ago, maybe even 2005, something like that. If you guys are familiar with an exhaust that has a similar design to this, maybe not in carbon fiber, but the shape mostly, then let me know, comment below. Here's another view. There's your mounting racket there. Mounting racket. What's a mounting racket? Mounting bracket, I guess. There's a look of it on the bike with some really red look. Broadcast here. What the hell just happened? Wow. Thanks a lot, YouTube. That was really weird. That was really weird. I don't know what's going on. My website's down right now, and now I can't even do a hangout without having technical difficulties. So yeah, let's see the other view. Look closer view, that sexy carbon fiber. So what do you guys think? I want you guys to comment below. Tell me what you think about the exhaust. And what do I think about the exhaust? I like it so far. I mean, it definitely goes along the line of that really kind of aggressive, looking exhaust that we have so far. It's alien, sci-fi, futuristic. I definitely I like it. So, I'm not 100% on it though. Something I don't know how to put it in words. Something about the overall shape of it. This long, narrow, kind of sloping. I don't know. If this was being designed for me as a custom exhaust, I might be saying let's look at some other ideas. Let's try something else out. If this is the final product, I think I'd be happy with it. But I don't know. I don't know. I think I like I said, I definitely like to see some other ideas, which is interesting because my understanding is that there was some kind of process where they were asking for people to submit ideas on how the exhaust should be designed or how it should look, and they didn't like any of the designs. So they themselves had a lot of, oh, we don't like this, we don't like that. They were kind of really being real snob like me, and they actually ended up designing it themselves. And this design was actually designed supposedly by Igor Akrapovic, um, the main man at the company. So it's very interesting. Let's take a look and see if we have any feedback, any comments from anyone right now, other than Chris Carter. What's up, Chris Carter? How come you didn't join? You never join my calls, man. You're listening, but I sent you the link to join the call, but you're not joining the call. Well, you did. You joined one of my calls before. I sent an invite to a couple other people as well, but I think I'm going to end this video, this hangout, because that's all I had to say on this, and we're not getting much feedback. I know this is kind of last minute. This is kind of a breaking news thing. I just found out about this right now, so I want to let you guys know right away. That's how we do on your Fast Life Motorcycle channel. I want to keep you guys abreast, real perverted word to use, of what's going on in the motorcycle industry and motorcycle world. So stay tuned. We got some other stuff coming up. Just did the show in LA, and next show is going to be in New York, where I'm going to be showing you a one-of-a-kind bike, which is actually an upgraded custom Ninja H2, which will give you guys a good idea of what can be done with the Ninja H2. And hopefully by then I'll be able to reveal to you guys what the top speed of the Ninja H2 is, and also the Ninja H2R, and have a lot more information about this stuff that you guys have been waiting for. So finally, we get to know what the deal is, and also talk about the fact that the H2 and H2R have fundamentally the same engine. There are just a few components that have been changed. So the H2 has a great potential to achieve a lot more power than it is delivered with in terms of the stock power. But how close can it get to the Ninja H2R performance? And is in fact the Ninja H2 a kind of a sneaky move by Kawasaki to kind of sneak a close to 300 horsepower bike onto the streets without drawing the attention of the wrong people? Because if you design a bike that is capable of easily being modified to 300 horsepower, and you just put it out there as a 200 horsepower motorcycle, I mean, that seems like a great way to kind of cheat the system, because it's kind of like, it's only 200 horsepower. It's not that big of a deal. But, if you can easily change it into a 300 horsepower bike, and you know that a lot of people are going to do that, because you know a lot of people would like to have the Ninja H2R. They would love to have that, but there's the price, there's the fact that it's a street only. I'm sorry, track only. Exact opposite. It's a track only bike, means that a lot of people aren't going to be able to have the H2R. So the idea of turning an H2 into an H2R definitely, I think, is going to be a popular theme and a popular idea, and a lot of people are going to be trying to do that already. In fact, I already know some people that are looking at doing some things with H2, and in fact, there are a lot of things already being done, which I'm going to reveal to you next month. So stay tuned for that. But I know that's going to be a popular thing. People are going to be trying to, soup this thing up. So, to me, it's in essence, they're going to be selling a Ninja H2R for the streets. Essentially, I mean, it's kind of a technicality that, out of the box, it doesn't have the 300 horsepower. But if you can easily get it, what's the difference? So the thing will be, how much is it going to cost to do that? And what methods are people going to be using to achieve these kinds of numbers? And of course, you don't have the carbon fiber front, so are people going to do aftermarket carbon fiber fairings for the Ninja H2? That's another thing you're going to wonder about. And then the wing. Who's going to be the first one to go and put a fake wing on a Ninja H2? So you're on the Snake in Mulholland Drive, and you hear this loud bike roll up, vroom, vroom, and it rolls up, and it's got the wings on it. And you're like, is that an H2R? H2R is a track-only bike. This guy's totally illegal. And you look at it, you're like, man, it looks like an H2R, but something's not right. First of all, it's got that Akrapovic exhaust and not the track exhaust or whatever on the H2R. But it's got the wings, it's got the carbon fiber. The carbon fiber looks a little different, though. And then you come to find out it's not even an H2R, it's an H2 modified to 300 horsepower and with wings that maybe aftermarket. Maybe that the aftermarket kit, you get a full body kit for the H2. Full carbon fiber fairings, wings, and then you just have to go ahead and put the Akrapovic exhaust on there, because, or someone might do an imitation exhaust, kind of similar to what you're going to get from Kawasaki, because Kawasaki is not going to sell you their H2R exhaust. To get that exhaust, you have to show a receipt for the H2R, but I'm sure there are going to be people out there who might. I don't know if there's enough money in it, though. This is a limited production bike. Is there enough money in it for you to make an exhaust, aftermarket exhaust like that for this bike? Maybe it's worth it in the publicity alone, because look at this, Akrapovic. They're getting publicity off of being the first ones to create an exhaust for the H2. So someone does does an exhaust, because this exhaust, though, this is a regular kind of street exhaust. But for someone to do, Akrapovic or whoever, to do an actual exhaust like the H2R's exhaust, and make that, I think that'll be a good move in terms of marketing. Now, financially, not so much, and that also depends on how much money they spend into designing it. I mean, you could do something just to say you've done it and just to have it out there, get your name out there. You could do an exhaust that doesn't really do anything performance-wise. Maybe you even take a performance hit, which would be bad for your company, but someone might do this as a marketing thing. We don't care. We just want to get our name out there. So who knows what's going to happen in terms of someone doing a sort of a race exhaust for the H2. But bottom line is, I'm anticipating seeing some kind of H2 H2R hybrid type of bikes out there. And again, people are already looking to do that, and there's already a bike that kind of does that, which I'm going to be showing you guys next month. So stay tuned for that. Final thing I want to say to you guys while I take a quick peek to see if there's any comments or questions about the exhaust. I think Jojo Gonfang is listening in. I don't have any feedback from you at this point. Okay, Chris Carter has another comment. Let's see what Chris Carter says. Chris Carter says, one more thing, wonder if I could fit that on the 2012 ZX10R. That would be awesome. Get a link pipe or somehow make it into a shorty exhaust. Give it that kind of look. I was thinking and hoping that was the case, a lie to keep the lame government under control by saying it's only capable of 200 horsepower. I believe it may not be as powerful as the R, though, but okay. First of all, the H2 actually is capable of 207 horsepower, not capable of. It's out of the box 207. So is the claim. Um, and I'm still getting the details on how this works because there's the with ram air, 207 horsepower, and without ram air, there's like 200 horsepower or 197 or something like that. So there's two horsepower numbers, but it is over 200, 207. And now we're hearing higher than 200, 300 horsepower for the H2R. Originally, it was like just a little bit over 300, but now I'm hearing 326. So it looks like my instincts were correct in that I really think that, and you notice how Kawasaki didn't release any horsepower numbers in the US, but then in Germany they have the numbers. It's kind of like, okay, what's going on? What's the deal here? It's really weird. Kawasaki's not saying anything. Germany's saying stuff, and then you got the gentleman's agreement, and blah blah blah. So, my theory has definitely been that they don't want to talk about how much horsepower this is. They're kind of keeping it under the radar type of thing, while at the same time not, because I mean it's the big thing is 300 horsepower H2R. But that's fine. They brag about the 300 horsepower H2R, but that's a track only bike, so who cares, right? That's not a street thing. The H2 now, they haven't really been bragging about the horsepower at all, I don't think, right? I don't think I've seen a lot of stuff about 200 horsepower H2. The bragging is all about the H2R, which is a track only bike, so it's kind of irrelevant. But the H2, they don't really talk about the horsepower. Then we've got this 207 horsepower number coming out from Germany, but is it even higher than that? Because, if you guys have been following along, we spoke to race bike builders. We spoke to Great Lakes Racecraft, who builds supercharged bikes and turbocharged bikes, and basically we established that this kind of bike with a 1000cc platform with a supercharger was capable of some really, really high numbers, man. If you think 300 is high, I mean, you could do a lot more than that. A lot of these guys, you guys that do drag racing and stuff, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, you could really, really get a lot more horsepower out of that engine with the supercharger, turbocharger, whatever setup. So when we heard 300, we're just kind of like, I mean, hey, don't get me wrong, it's impressive, but we were just like, they could have actually given it more horsepower. Not that it needs it, but it's certainly capable of more. Point being, with that in mind, and the H2 having the supercharger, it's a 1000cc, class engine, and then we look at what Ducati is able to produce with a similar engine. We look at the Yamaha R1M, right around the similar horsepower. Now, I don't want to be accused of being like these people that say, hey, Deathstalker R, I see you just signed on there, who are saying, oh, it's only 200 and just a little bit more, and it's so much more expensive. Again, I keep telling you guys, power curve, man. Why do you think the Zero S was so much fun? I've ridden all these powerful bikes, but the Zero S, which is the equivalent of not even a 600 race bike, one of those 600 like street bike kind of deals, the more comfortable version of the super sports. That's kind of its peak power is somewhere in that range, maybe a little bit less than that. But why is it so exciting? Because it gets its maximum all the time, every time you twist the throttle. So having a 200 horsepower supercharged bike is certainly a lot more exciting than having a 200 horsepower naturally aspirated bike. So that's a huge difference. I mean, you compare two bikes side by side, supercharged 200 and naturally aspirated 200. Now, this is not a guarantee. It depends on gearing and other factors, but potentially that supercharged bike could be a lot more exciting from a power standpoint than the naturally aspirated version of the bike. So definitely have to keep that in mind. But again, point of what I'm saying here is, they are definitely capable of producing a lot more than 207 horsepower in theory. I don't know all the engineering, goals and weight and whatever else they went into, the constraints that they had. But I know fundamentally a 1000cc bike supercharged, I'm pretty sure, people like Great Lakes Racecraft can, well, we talked about what they can do. I mean, we're talking about a 600 horsepower bike. I don't remember the exact specs, but it's certainly capable of a lot more than that. And again, not diminishing how exciting it can be even at 200, but Is it even higher than 207? Is it 210, 215? Find out when we do a dyno run. But stay tuned for that. Chris Carter says it's like what they did with the Zonda R. The car wasn't street legal. The car wasn't street legal or even track legal, but before Zonda project ended, they created a different street model of the Zonda R. But those models had less power as well, but still crazy powerful. All right, so that is all I have. I don't know about this little box underneath here. This box, I mean, I don't know, nitpicking. I wish there was a way to have this be less visible, but what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Emissions, man. It's all about the emissions. All right, if there's no other comments, I'm gonna go ahead and end this before I run this video into a 2-hour video here. Chris Carter, thanks for joining in and thanks for your feedback. Death Stalker, what up, man? And Jojo Gone Fang. And I was hoping to have Anton S, Sean Rowe, Ninja Super Sport, Seb Z835, Canyon Carver Cali, and SeaTac Assassin, and AK Deluxe Rider on. But I know this was kind of a last minute thing, so stay tuned. Thanks for all your support, everyone. And I got another video coming up where I'm going to be offering for you guys looking for exposure for your channels. I want to have you guys submit holiday greeting videos that it can be featured on my channel. I'm going to pick the best video and feature it. So basically, do a holiday greeting. Like the first one's going to be Thanksgiving, then Christmas, then Happy New Year, kind of thing. For the bike channel, just do a video next to your bike, wishing everyone Happy Thanksgiving, and then also you gotta of course mention the channel you're on. You're on your fast life and something that you like about the channel. And that's pretty much it. But stay tuned. I'm gonna do a video letting you guys know all the instructions about that. Everyone who submits a video, you can post it in the comments section for the video that I'm gonna upload with the instructions, and I'll check them all out so you get some exposure there, even if I don't pick your video to be actually featured on the channel. But I'm gonna be constantly looking for ways to help you guys out, give you guys more exposure. I already negotiated some discounts on motorcycles, on cars for you guys. I know I haven't been promoting it as I should be, but it's because so much stuff going on. But just keep in mind, I am working on deals where I can get you guys discounts on different products and things like that. And I'll be doing giveaways. I know we did the Ghost contest, which is still ongoing, waiting for some other entries for that. But I'll also be giving just straight up giveaways sometimes where it'll just be maybe a random drawing, or the top 10 most engaged people for the month or for the week or whatever will get free, whatever. But I'm definitely looking to be giving back a lot to you guys. Unlike with like a lot of other channels, you're going to see that the model of what I have vision for this channel is going to be very, very different. It's going to be very, very subscriber oriented, and the growth of this channel, I want it to be kind of a boomerang effect. As much as you guys support the channel and help it grow is as much as is given back to you, and actually even more than that. I want to be able to actually give back even more than you guys give to the channel, and that's kind of my ultimate goal. So a lot of different things, but stay tuned for that. I'll be making another video with more announcements of that. So just stay tuned. Thanks for watching. And you guys didn't get to comment live. You can go ahead and comment below and let me know what you think about this exhaust. Does it rock your world, or is it kind of a little bit weird looking? But we got to think about what kind of bike it's going on, right? I mean, this bike is very, very aggressive, very, very animalistic and everything going on. So the idea that this is exhaust for it, I mean, it should match the kind of profile of the bike, which is very aggressive. So I think it works for the most part. Anyway, comment below. Thanks for watching. Thanks Chris Carter for joining in, and Death Stalker and Jojo Gunfang. Thank you, everyone, and I'm signing off. Shiny side up, everybody.